You know, first of all, I just want to start saying thank you, God. This something I need to always be appreciative of, and I will have in every video I make. I'll make sure to be thankful to God. Um, I just got done. Like they just created this roller coaster of emotion because the rage that I have and the level of just ready to just blow up. They're utilizing it, but it's also so stupid the way I'm just being manipulated and rewired. But the thing is, these clowns, as they clearly rewire you, they call it exposure. We expose you, and they use these like serious voices when it's clear they just want me to be as fucking retarded as they want me to be. That's why I'm just a bomb waiting, that can explode if I don't be careful. I need to find composure. I need to calm myself down because there's definitely a disconnect here. I think this purpose have drastically failed in regard of like making me identify with this. Matter of fact, they're validating me more and more. I can feel the brain. First of all, I can literally feel when they manipulate my brain. Sometimes it becomes so obvious that I feel like part of my brain feeling sore, as if they're just adjusting something there. Like I literally can feel my brain just contracting at some part of the brain. And it's clear that something is being applied and changed or is being done to for me to experience that. Which means clearly something is being altered. Right? This trash, they're supposed to, the way that I'm supposed to rationalize based on their rationality and the way they want me to rationalize is just exposing my brain, that part of the brain, when in truth is they're doing something to my brain for this thing to happen, meaning they are altering and doing this thing to me for me to experience that, and it's designed this way. And they're concocting, they're creating, and they're fabricating what it needs to have to be fabricated to create that. And then the gaslighting is listening to these clowns try to convince me. He's like, yeah, we just exposed you when you clear. The gaslighting here is on a level that cannot ever function. But it does agitate you. Because you hear these clowns that their job is like, yeah, no, we just exposed you. So if anything, it just annoys you, agitates you. You don't doubt your sanity. You doubt like, would I kill this shit if I saw them? And it just grows rage. You just ready. You just afraid that you're getting a chance to see these people. And they, on top of that, they add childlike people who really, the concept of reality with these clowns is something else. And you almost have like this want of show of reality to them. And so for me, I'm like, I just can't wait for you to try to play this thing in front of me. They were playing my emotion this way because I am super thirsty to see these people try to present that. Like, and it's being rewired, but the day I get a chance to face some of these childlike perps who are nothings, I feel like it will ooze out of me. My rage will ooze. I want to insult them in ways that they will just shake their core. It's like, I think it's a feeling that will be the best feeling that I can experience so far at this point in my life. And then nothing. It's like insulting a disc, like something like of this nature, like a little piece of dirt like that. This piece of dirt is nothing, but this piece of dirt has been doing disgusting things over and over and over. So when you see that piece of dirt, you want to. So that's it with me. But I have to put back in perspective. They're just like I said, they're just like this little dirt. They're nothing. Okay, there's a lot of dirts like that. It's just, but this little piece of dirt has been building me to explode. And I mean in a very anger way, rage like. And as I'm hearing the bikers, I love now that when I hear bikers, I'm thinking about like some of the stories I heard about some of the issue with pedophilia, but and so they're building me to explode on them, like just rage. And then as I'm saying, they try to make me think of something sexual. I'm like, okay, they know what I mean, and they know that it's not good, and it's far from sexual. And the worst is when they try to sound so childish. Because listen, when you hear a child and talk, you know, you have sympathy because it's a child. But for me, they made me start hating even the sound of their childlike voices, because I know they're making themselves talk in a childish way. Let me just say this. As a target individual, I deal with voice to skull. Why these voice to skulls? When they project their voices. When they projected their voices into your brain with me, because there's a lot of teenage-like, childlike individual, they thought that if they start creating voices that are childish, the rage or the hatred I have for them will be minimized. But I recognize them doing that on purpose. And so now that voice makes me want to just like be more aggressive. Because it shows me how conscious they are about what they're part of. Like, it just shows me how calculating they are. That they know that if I talk like that, and that's how they like to talk. No, it's you. You rape me. You like kids. And they talk like, sounds super pedophilia centric. And when they say you like kids, they just change it in the way they want me to like kids. And you went from like just the normal way, which they just change it into the way these credible entities like kids. But it's like, you like kids. Can you imagine hearing that? Oof. And seeing this. It makes you want to do something harmful. But then, this emotion of rage that I will have when I see them is changed and rewarded. One thing they can do in this program is that they can play with your emotion. They just not only just make you have the emotion that you experience naturally or you have experienced. They can concoct emotion. I've been saying that. It's like they can take like an anger emotion, add sexual stimulation, and create like a mixture of something. And sometimes they can do mixture of sense of like, you know, when you get so angry that you can get like anxious, and the anxiety can also give you sexual stimulation. Like they create concoct something like that. So they make you have this angry feeling, add the stimulation that you can get from like anxiety or just like or just like emotion, like and concoct this and try to mimic this kind of feeling by these creations and be like, yeah, we're mad, we're exposed. No, you just make me have these experiences. And it's so stupid and clear that you are designing this experience. It's like, no, that's the kind of emotion you will have this sexual. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hey, try it out. Even if you give me sexual stimulation, I will gladly oblige this trash if they behave this way. I swear to God, it will be bad. Now, I know my emotion can be manipulated. They've done this thing before when I remember going to the grocery store. There was a woman and her child. Her child was a boy, right? And they gave me this like stimulation. And this stimulation that comes like almost like felt like just annoyance. It was just exploding in my brain. Right? And that's the emotion they can make me have with the manipulation of my brain. Just boom in my brain, I just felt this stimulation. It feels like they're releasing some kind of like chemical in your brain. And the woman's like, oh, is she getting angry? Is he getting angry? And they try to make me think of like when I was a child and like I would get angry with another child, like a younger child. That just annoys me. It's like, oh, it's still annoying me. Like, but adding sexual stimulation. When you want it, like when you want to beat up like your little brother. But adding sexual stimulation. Or changing it like that. It's like, yeah, that's the feeling when mad they expose you. Imagine grown men, they try to use that as a way to make me identify. I was like, what? You dumb fuck. Just manipulate my brain this way. It's like, yeah, we just expose you. It's like, okay. You dumb fuck. You just changed my brain to have this emotion that you concocting. And sometimes like, no, but you really felt like that when you were a kid. Remember? Like, when I was a kid. Okay. You exposed me. Let me just say this. You exposed me to have this experience when I was a child. What exposure? And now as a grown man, you exposed me to be experiencing that today. I'm so exposed by this credible exposure. They are creating this emotion, manipulating that. And some of them, they try to mimic this anger, anxiety, like experiences that you felt when you were a child. But with the extra thing, like a stimulation. Or you'd be so angry, or like, you're just making me have this experience. That's just you controlling my emotion. You're concocting this emotion. And they want me to be like, but how can we have this experience? Like, because you can manipulate my brain to experience that. And that's why I hate you. Because you're making me have these experiences, to have these degrading experiences that's going to be rewired into sexual arousals. You're just looking at how to make me have these experiences that are going to end up being sexual arousals. And that's why when I see this trash, I'm going to lose it. And you get falsified to create this emotion that you think, I'm going to think that, oh, that's me when I was a kid. It's like, stupidity, trust me. It's not going to go that way. Forgive me, just stay strong. For me, it's just been a roller coaster of just stupidity. It's like you almost lose sense of, like you become mentally retarded. It's like you become mentally retarded. It's nasty. It's like everything is rewired, and then when they rewire you, can you imagine try to rewire somebody and just say, no, you felt like that when you were like, when you like, remember when you were like in primary school, so like when you're like 11 years old and some kid that was like maybe 6 years old annoyed you and you felt like that feeling, that's that map then. Okay. These perps really are pushing target mutual into retardation. But most importantly, they're pushing target mutual into insanity and rage. And this trash have the goal of creating sexual stimulation toward children because they want you to identify with these manipulations. You are being altered, your emotions are being manipulated accordingly in ways that are going to be degrading and rewired in sexual ways. That's what they do. Can you imagine they even try to have mental, but no, but you felt like that when you're like 11, you felt. I should show you my class, what age you're talking about. I should show you me in my primary school class that they're mimicking around that age. That's them. This is why, as a target individual, you gotta find composure, calm yourself down. The technology that we deal with are technology that can rewire you in ways that's nonsensical. And then they use these clowns that just have no shame. They have felt this gaslighting. Right now I'm listening to some whipping noise as they make me think of me in 4th grade or 5th grade and make me think that's what I experienced. The only thing they're turning me into is a fanatic. And I'm scared, and I ask God to give me the strength to maintain my composure, but it's gonna be bad. I'm gonna be just as strong.